Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today we're going to cover detailing, but on a different aspect. We're going to talk a little bit about accessories. So we're going to start off with the engine bay. Then we're going to the wheels. And we're back. No. All right, so back to the front before we get to the wheels. That was dumb. All right, so in all reality, to do the engine bay, you really don't need a lot of accessories. You can always buy brushes, and you can get a steamer and all this other stuff, but not everybody has that, so we wanted to kind of keep this basic, easy, what can I do from my driveway to a professional setting. So you don't necessarily need a power washer, and a lot of times I think a power washer is almost too much for the engine bay, considering that there is sensitive areas that you really shouldn't flood with water. If somebody's been in there and they've done some shoddy wiring, you never know. So I like to err on the side of caution and just use a regular garden hose for the engine bay. Before we get started, I want to talk about why I'm doing the engine bay first, because as you can see, like, this whole car is a mess. Everything needs done. Well, dirtiest first, and the wheels are obviously disgusting as well, but I like to start at the top and work my way down, just like when we wash the exterior part of the car. Okay, so I'm going to start off here. We're going to take Red Thunder. We're going to shoot it from the top of the hood all the way down to the base towards the windshield, trying to stay off the windshield just because it's not fun to have to clean up more than you have to, even though we're going to wash the entire exterior of this car. Once we get that done, we're going to make sure we spray in the rain tray area all the way down the firewall, and we're going to work on our H pattern, and we're going to get both wheel wells, and as well as I'm going to try and shoot down inside where all of the hoses and everything are, just to deep clean those areas as well. Once we've got that all sprayed down, we've got the front rain tray sprayed above the grill. What we'll do is we'll let it dwell for about 2 minutes. Then we'll follow it up with the hose and we'll spray again from the top of the hood down and around in an H pattern, making sure that we remove all of the Red Thunder. So once we're done with Red Thunder, we're going to follow it with Aquabead, which is a nice suspension-based dressing, water-based. What we're going to do with that is we're just going to simply spray down across the top of our plastic surfaces. I don't shoot up here because there's no reason. And as soon as you spray it on, you can simply shut the hood and walk away. As soon as you're done with the rest of the car, you can pop the hood when you're finished, and it'll all lay out and look really nice. All right, and now for the and wheels part. Remember when we talked about top to bottom? Well, it's the same thing here. We're going to start at the top, which is this inner fender well. We'll spray that down with Red Thunder. Once we've sprayed that down, we'll take our fender well brush, and we're just going to scrub it out really nice and easy. That way we can break up any of the heavy, hard to remove bits of dirt. And I may even spray it one more time after I've scrubbed it, just to make sure that we've got enough product left in there to dwell and break down anything else. So once that's done, we've scrubbed it, we've sprayed it again, we're going to move on and we're going to spray the wheel and tire with Fast Shot. Now, before we get too far into this, I do want to step back and say, hey, listen, know what wheels you're working on, know if they're coated or uncoated or if they're powder coated. Fast Shot is a safe non-acid wheel cleaner, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be doing it without protection, as it's still pretty high on the pH scale. Now, Fast Shot, we're really not pairing any accessories with other than your gloves and glasses. Now, should you have a wheel that's really bad and it's never been cleaned, or let's say it hasn't been cleaned in years and it's got baked on grime, you might have to pull out a wheel brush. And if I've hit a wheel and I notice that my wheel acid, or in this case Fast Shot, cut it, but I'd probably have to do it 2 or 3 more times just to get it 100%, I'm going to just pull that out right away. I'm going to go through and I'm going to scrub inside every single spoke. I'm going to try and get the back of the drum of the wheel, and or the barrel, excuse me. And I think that's going to be the most efficient use of your time, because you can sit there and keep using product over and over again. Sometimes you always just need a little bit of manual agitation to get the product, or to get the wheel where you want it. So once we're done with that, obviously we're going to rinse again, and we're ready to dress the tire. Now that's where you can kind of scale this. You can have this at 1:1 for a higher gloss, or you can have it at 1:3 for a little bit more of a matte, like new tire shine. So while we're on the topic of tire dressings, I kind of wanted to address something myself. See what I did with the words there? I kind of played with them. Anyways, 9 times out of 10, tire sling can be avoided by applying the appropriate amount of dressing and also making sure that your dressings are dry before they go out the door. You know, I guess there's a couple things that you can do here. First off, when you apply your dressing, you can apply your dressing, one with a trigger sprayer like ours, or you can use an applicator. You can use foam, you can use cotton, you can use microfiber. I've seen a little bit of everything done. All right, so we've just done the engine bay. We've got the wheels and tires done as well. Natural progression, we're gonna move to the exterior of the car and the body prep. Being from Ohio, we get a lot of salt and snow. Our cars are really dirty, so we have a lot to cover. Stay tuned for our next video and like and subscribe. Pow!